Hey Gratitude Seeker, do you know which countries are the happiest in the world? Do you want to find out why and what you can do to enjoy the same level of happiness? If the answer is yes, stick with me and we will explore it together. The 10 happiest countries in the world are as follows. On number 1 we have Finland, number 2 Norway, number 3 Denmark, number 4 Iceland, number 5 Switzerland, number 6 the Netherlands, number 7 Canada, number 8 New Zealand, number 9 Sweden, number 10 Australia, and I'm sure that you're curious about the United States and the United Kingdom. The US is the 18th happiest country in the world, and the UK is ranked 19. This is from 156 countries in the world. Good, so as you might have noticed, the happiest countries in the world are Finland, Norway, and Denmark, the top 3. And the interesting thing is that it's not their first year being at the top of these charts. In 2017, Finland was occupying the 5th place, Norway the 1st place, and Denmark the 2nd place. In 2017, the US has had better rankings, so the overall happiness is going down. And as Jeffrey Sachs, director of the Center for Sustainable Development at Columbia University in New York and one of the authors of the Happiness Report, states that obesity, substance abuse, especially opioid addiction, and depression are the 3 main reasons why the United States, in spite of its high income per capita, has slipped down the rankings. So, as one might say, money doesn't buy us happiness. But let's look into why these happy countries, the Scandinavian countries, are so happy. What's their secret? What do they do differently? As you might know, the weather there isn't at all like it is in Miami or Puerto Rico. It's actually pretty harsh, but the interesting thing is that this actually brings people together. Also, what I said earlier about money not buying happiness is because it's not the only thing that matters, even though it's an important part of our society, and the happiest countries in the world do have a high GDP. But the unexpected secret that the Scandinavians have is their lower expectations for their own happiness. They don't strive to be extremely happy, and as a result, they are happier with less. Also, they have a cultural construct called Hygge. It is translated as cozy or intentional intimacy, which can happen when you have safe, balanced, and harmonious shared experiences. For instance, a cup of coffee with a friend in front of a fireplace might qualify, or a summer picnic in the park, or for them even parties. The research that has been done on this concept has found that it's integral to people's sense of well-being, and it acts as a buffer against stress while also creating a space to build mutual trust. This concept comes from the Danish culture, but it is not the only country that has a word for this concept. The Norwegians have one, the Swedes have one, the Dutch have one, and the Germans have one as well. And if you look at the top countries that are the happiest in the world, you will find that most of them have this concept in common. So to wrap it up, there are other reasons why these countries rank so high. Their educational system, their health system, their governments. But I want us to get empowered by the things that we are learning. to work on the things that we can control and that are within our reach. And these things are cultivating intentional intimacy, creating relationships based on mutual trust, and being grateful for the things that we do have. We don't have to be extremely happy all the time, but a constant feeling of contentment, of peace, of inner joy can be a more realistic and more fulfilling goal on the long run. I might add here that we should be more aware of the people that sell us happiness. For instance, there is a huge brand of black carbonated soft drinks that in most of their commercials sells us happiness, even though it's mostly sugar and even though it has negative effects upon our health. But when we see those commercials, we want to be as happy as those people and we buy that particular product. But we also think that we need to be as happy as they are all the time. And that's just not realistic. And another thing to be aware of when it comes to this is social media. Most of us only post the best pictures of us, the best edited pictures, and we usually only share our happiest moments. And when we look at that, we feel that we should be as happy as they are, right? But unless we really know how to feel happy for them, by empathizing with their experience, this will only make us less happy and more frustrated about our own life. That's why balancing this out with gratitude is a very powerful tool. So the happiest people in the world cultivate deeper, meaningful relationships. They offer and receive mutual support. They rely upon each other, and they're grateful for what they have. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and let your friends and family know about this so they too will know what's actually most important and what really makes us happy.